Hi, wonderful teachers. I'm Allison Smith, blogger and coach behind A Teacher's Best Friend. I am so happy that you are here and watching this video. I wanted to just take a minute to answer the question, what is wholehearted teaching? I get this a lot because it's sort of my own coined phrase. I actually took it from the work of Brené Brown on wholeheartedness. And if you haven't read any of Brené Brown's books, I highly encourage every single one of them. In Daring Greatly, one of her books, she talks about wholehearted parenting, and she has a wholehearted parenting manifesto, and that wholehearted parenting manifesto could be absolutely changed to just wholehearted teaching manifesto and be very applicable for what I mean by wholehearted teaching. But for my blog and for my work's purposes, how I define wholehearted teaching is teaching from your absolute best version of yourself. And that doesn't mean perfect. That is a long way from perfect. That means being okay with imperfect, being able to take risks and make mistakes and put yourself out there as a teacher, doing something a little bit differently, trying something new. And all of that models for students the kinds of people that we want them to be. We want them to take risks. We want them to not be scared of failure. We want them to fail and learn from those failures, failing forward. So we have to be that way. A lot of us teachers suffer from perfectionism. So that's why I kind of start with this one. Perfectionism can be really deadly to your work as a teacher because perfectionism comes from a place of insecurity. So wholehearted teaching is getting rid of perfectionism because you're getting rid of insecurity, okay? So that's why wholehearted teaching is a journey. There are moments where I struggle with insecurity. There are moments that we all struggle with insecurity, especially when we have a lesson flop or we have kids tell us we're boring or we have whatever happens in the classroom. And so we have to really be diligent about making sure that we are secure, that we are telling ourselves positive things, that we are affirming ourselves and taking care of ourselves. So the second thing that's really important in wholehearted teaching and that teachers suck at is taking care of ourselves. I always use the analogy of an oxygen mask, that when you fly on an airplane, especially with a child, they always tell you to secure your oxygen mask first before the person next to you. And if you're traveling with a child as a parent, they actually come to your row and tell you that again. They reiterate it for you because as parents and as teachers, it's really counterintuitive for us to secure our own oxygen mask before securing our child's or securing our students' oxygen masks. And why? Because we want to take care of them. We put everything into our students and we don't take the time we need. But just like the oxygen mask, we're of no use to them if we've passed out from exhaustion, if we've passed out from something else. We need our own oxygen tank first so that we can fill up, get filled, be whole, and then we can minister and teach our students the best we can. So that's the down and dirty basics of wholehearted teaching. There's lots of elements of wholehearted teaching. There are habits that are part of wholehearted teaching that you will know what your habits are. I'll give you one example. One of the habits for me of wholehearted living is waking up early and working out. I exercise. I just do gentle exercise for 30 minutes, yoga, Pilates. Sometimes I do a little bit more cardio and that kind of thing to keep my body healthy, to make me feel good. That is a trigger habit for all the other habits that I need in order to feel wholehearted in my life and to be the best version of myself. So you think about, what are your habits? What mindsets do you need to change? What things do you need to change about your life, about the way you go through life, so that you can be a more wholehearted teacher? Not only will it benefit you, you will be happier, more fulfilled, and have a life that you love, but you'll also be a better teacher. Your students will notice. They'll notice a piece about you, a freedom about you. I know this because my clients who have gotten to that place of wholeheartedness tell me that. They tell me that their students notice a change in them and they are able to be present to their students because they're already getting what they need. in other areas of their lives. They have work-life balance. They have self-care. Now, do they struggle from time to time? Of course. Wholehearted teaching is a journey. It's not a destination. So I invite you to join me on that journey, and I hope you'll say yes.